All right, man. So, for people who do not know, you do not know, this is a podcast that I do. It's called Climb the Ladder. It's basically I talk all baseball news, whether that be MLB, college baseball, whatever. So, you're actually my first guest on it. So,
Okay, that's perfect.
thanks for hopping on here, man. Thanks for
Of
hopping.
course, of course.
So, why don't you just tell the viewers a little bit about your journey to being like a TikToker and a college baseball player?
Okay, first we'll start with baseball because that's the main thing I do. So I pretty much started at 3 to 4 years old. Started at the local, t-ball league. Worked my way up. Played, in-house for a little bit, and then 8U and 9U. That's when travel started. So that's when, better competition, I would say. So
Mm.
then 8U, 9U, I started in travel. I worked all the way up, and then I played travel all the way till 18U, and then 14U is when you start high school. So then I played, let's see, I started on the freshman B team. I started there. Didn't really like that, so I wanted to work my way up. Got some playing time at the freshman A team, but nothing too much. And then sophomore year, got up, was probably going to start on the sophomore team. Then that was the COVID year. So then that got shut down before the first game. So I never got to play my sophomore year. And then my junior year, I played a little bit of varsity, mostly or played about half and half JV varsity, but it wasn't too many JV games. So, because I was just dealing back then, I was dealing with some personal issues. I didn't really like my high school coach, so I don't really like my high school team. And then that summer of junior year is when I started my college recruitment picking up. So I played for the summer, played a really good summer, hit like 300, had a on base percentage of like 500. So that's when I really started talking to coaches. And that's when I landed my first offer. My first offer was at Knox College in Illinois. And then my second offer was a JUCO up in Wisconsin. And then the third offer was Greenville University, the school that I'm at right now. I'm currently a freshman. So then senior year, we had a bad high school team. We only won one conference
Mhm.
game. So I don't really like to talk about high school baseball because we never really won anything. So I don't really personally care if you don't win anything about like personal stats or whatever.
Yeah.
And then this past summer played again 18U ball, had a lot of fun, played really well. And then now I'm currently a freshman at G University. I'm an outfielder. I play corner outfield left and right, and I'm looking forward to this season. We got a really good group of guys, so we're shooting for that conference championship, and who knows, maybe a trip down to Cedar Rapids or up to Cedar Rapids.
Dude, I mean, that's dope. I mean, my story is kind of similar to you, man. I wasn't that big of a high school baseball player, kind of. I started varsity like 2 years, like off and on. I was kind of like
Yeah,
we won our conference, won all that crap, but I didn't feel like I had a big impact on the field
that was me. Yeah,
in the championship kind of deal. And I didn't really like the coach also. The coach wasn't very helpful. And with him not being so helpful, I had to look at my travel organization to kind of help me with that recruiting process.
yeah.
And it was not that hard. How was yours? Get me through your recruiting process. Was it hard? Was it stressful? Was it easy?
I mean, it's stressful because in the day of the internet, you're sitting there and like you see all these people rolling in with offers. I mean,
Hmm.
I played football and basketball too in high school.
Gotcha.
And football's big on posting all the offers, basketball's big on posting all the offers. So I see all these teammates getting all these offers and looks at and like recruiting visits, and you're just like, where's mine? So to begin, it gets really hard because you're just like, well, where's mine? I think I deserve this. But then after that first college offer, it kind of started to steamroll. Other colleges
Hmm.
started to call me, and other colleges started to, I go on recruiting visits and all that, and they all started to talk to me. So yeah, I think it's hard to start, but once it starts, it's a lot easier to start getting all those
Yeah.
offers in because college coaches, they like to see, oh, you got this other college interested, so I want you now,
Hmm.
because colleges want what other colleges want. But then it was stressful because like this is a 40-year choice. Like this school is gonna affect the rest of your life. So
Yeah.
that's stressful in that matter. Like I still stress about it. Like, did I make the right choice? I mean, I believe I did right now so far, but that could change in however long. So that's the most stressful part of it. Is it's not like I commit to a school for 4 years. I don't believe in I go there one year and then transfer out and then transfer and then transfer out. I believe I want to play here for 4 years. I want to stick to Greenville University in 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, that brings us kind of to our next question. I was gonna say, like, for me, I had like kind of like all different kind of levels. Not really D1, but like I had a few D2 of a decent amount of D3 and JUCOs. There was a lot of JUCOs in my area. I'm in tri-state area, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, all that crap. Like there's a lot of JUCOs around here that can and good JUCOs too. So, but I chose a D3 school. Now, is there a specific reason why you chose a D3? Like, can you relate or kind of tell us why D3? Really, why D3?
Specific reason, well, at the time, I didn't have any other. I only had JUCO and D3 offers, and I wanted to go. I was thinking about going JUCO, but then for me personally, I don't want to go JUCO for 2 years and then transfer out and then have to restart for another coach. Personally, for me, I mean, it's a JUCO's a great route. I love the JUCO route, but for me personally, I believe and I believe I'm a big underdog type of guy. I believe
Hmm.
I've been an underdog my whole life, and I believe D3s are just full of underdogs. I think they're full of battle tested, ready dogs too. So I mean, why not go to D3 school, perform, go out and be an underdog and then, take it from there, maybe go independent league baseball or, get unsigned rookie and go make a show.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think that D3 players are grinders. Definitely grinders for sure, because we definitely have
Yeah.
to. We definitely don't have the things that other people have.
Yes.
So would you change anything about your baseball journey so far, or you think that you have no regrets?
Would I change anything? I would say no. I'm pretty happy with my journey so far. I mean, maybe back then, maybe change a few things, but I like to try not to think too much about the past.
Hmm.
So I would say no, I wouldn't change anything. I have no regrets. I mean, I ended up at a school that I love and I'm playing baseball there. So really what is there to regret about?
Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, because I don't really like to reflect on the past too, but I've been through injuries, so really like it kind of gets me in that mindset of man, like maybe if I'd done this like when I was injured, I could have been somewhere else. But right now,
Yeah.
like I really can't really focus on that because I'm a junior now, so it's really kind of like if I don't pick up, it's kind of like my days of playing ball are over.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to take it in, like have as much fun as I really can. And that's basically what we're here to play the game, to have fun. We're not here to be all serious about the game. Like we're just here to have fun. So, but since we're both D3 baseball players, and what would you say is the biggest difference between D3 compared to like other levels? It could be anything, like talent wise, equipment wise, whatever, university wise.
I I mean, for me, university wise, probably I go to a really small school. It's like only has like 1,000 students. So
Hmm.
for me, that's one of the big differences. You know a lot. Like the truth is, you do know pretty much everyone. Like I pretty much can go down to anything and just know someone there.
Yeah,
So that's the biggest thing for me. But talent wise, I don't think there's much of a difference. Like my school, we have five guys that can touch 90 off the mound. Our hardest thrower throws like 93, 94 in this fall, and he's a freshman. So like talent wise, I don't think there's much of a difference. I've been talking to some guys on my team and they had D1 offers and chances to go D1, but
yeah,
they decided not to. So I believe that talent wise, there's a lot of D3 guys that can go start on a D1 team or at least compete on a D1 team at any level. It's the talent wise is there. There's dogs at any level.
yeah. That's what like there's a lot of people on TikTok, especially that they see people like at a different level. And like, oh man, he's D3. He definitely like I'm
Yeah.
just gonna go listen to this guy at D1 because he's a D1. He must be
Yeah.
better than him. But like I'm just kind of trying to spread the message of that there's ballers on every level and we
Yes.
have our own journeys. Like there definitely could be there's definitely three or four kids on my team that could play that could walk on at a D1 or even start at some powerhouse
Yeah.
D2s. Like everyone has their own journey and just people have to understand that. But a lot of these guys are young, so they really don't understand that like once you get older, like of course we all
Yeah.
probably said at one point when we were 12, oh man, it's D1 or bust. But
Yeah.
really, like when you get closer to it, it's like it's not all that. D3 baseball is still really good baseball. So, I mean, but I do feel like D3 has a lot of areas where it can be definitely improved, at least in my
Yes.
experience. Like it's my junior year, like I said before, and I've had 12 different coaches. Like I've had two different head coaches. Like two different head coaches brought their own assistants. So in that case, would you think D3 is lacking in a little bit of areas? Like what would you say like the areas of D3 baseball is lacking in compared to like other levels too?
Okay, so I've only a freshman, so I've only had a fall season. I haven't had an official
Yeah.
D3 season yet. But for me, you too, so my head coach has been there for 30 something years, so he's not leaving anytime soon. But we have a problem with assistant coaches. A lot of assistant, like in the past 2 or 3 years, the schools had like 4 to 5 assistant coaches.
Hmm.
So like it's just the problem is I believe coaches are like it's like I got to get out of here. It's a D3. The pay's not that good, so they come here. They get their experience and then they try to go somewhere else. They're bigger, better paying job. So that's the hardest part of D3 is it's not obviously you don't have all the money to pay all these assistant coaches and stuff. So all these coaches are gonna just go to your school for the experience and then leave. So that's probably one of the biggest problems I've seen so far with D3 baseball.
Yeah, no doubt, for sure. Picking off what you said, like it's really hard to develop people when like especially as a player deep down inside, like each coach is kind of there just to build up like a resume in order to get a higher like job. It's like very hard in the back of my mind to like really trust a coach when knowing that at the end of the day, if he was left with staying here or going to somewhere else, that he would pick somewhere else instead of here.
Yeah.
And just yeah, the development part, I feel like in D3 baseball, like it kind of depends on where you go, but in my cases with D3s around my area, the development is just not there. I feel like it's very, very like self-development for your own being. Like I have to make myself better. Like I feel like
Yeah.
no one's gonna hold my hand and tell me I have to do this, do that. You have to find your own ways to get stronger, faster, whatever that may be. And that's why I feel like D3 players are really grinders because we literally had to figure it out on our own, kind of.
Yeah, it's hard too because with D3, I believe we only have 16 practices with a coach in the fall.
Yeah.
So out of the whole
Yeah.
semester, we only get 16 days with a coach, and the rest is on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I have great teammates. We push each other and hold each other accountable, and we are disciplined. So we do get ourselves better, but we can't be with a coach all the time. So we really have to trust each other and trust ourselves in getting ourselves better.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how like the different like rules are between different levels because I've
Yes.
seen D1s, they're still practicing. I'm like
Yeah.
I've been done for like a month already. Like it's kind of crazy, but like what's your take on like the real like state of baseball itself? Like maybe if it's travel, MLB, like what is your opinion on like how baseball is right now?
I mean, personally, um, let's go to the MLB because it's just the off season.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's transitioned to a big market team.
Mm-hmm.
Like back then when like I was younger, it was like all these smaller market teams are making these playoffs and they're making playoff runs. But now it seems all the big market teams are the only ones spending money for it because all these off season players or free agents are signing big money in the offseason. So it only seems like big agent or big market teams like LA, all those type of teams can only sign the free agent. So like smaller market teams like the Diamondbacks, the Rangers just signed DeGrom, but like all those teams can't sign that many players because they don't have money to spend. So it just seems like right now MLB's transitioned into a phase where it's big market teams are going to spend money, they're going to get all the players and they're just going to dominate while smaller market teams are just going to get what the big market teams don't want, and they can hope that they can even make up wild card berth.
For sure. I mean, definitely like the A's, they got what 40 million in salary and they're literally crumbling. Like they're
Yeah.
so bad. They're so bad of an organization compared to like the Yankees. And yeah, I feel like baseball in general has become so much money mindset because um in my experience with I've been on the coaching side and playing side of travel ball. I'm sure you've been on the playing side of travel ball. If as long as the checkbook clears, I'm sure the kid's going to be on the
Mhm.
team. And really, that's honestly, I don't know if I think it might hurt the kid, honestly, in the end, because the kid's probably either not developed as well. He's playing competition that where he he has no idea what to do. He could get hurt, but I mean,
Yeah.
these organizations are really just about the dollar signs and not really for, I feel like, for the true love of the game.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way about travel baseball nowadays?
Yeah, a lot of it, it's just for the money. You see all these like big organizations that have like C teams, D teams, and I feel like those are the big money grabbers because like okay, you get this cool name on the front, but like you're on the D team, you're on their C team. Like they just want you for the money. They're just trying to make the most money. That's the problem. It's just been all about money recently. I've seen it personally. I've dealt with it personally, but they upcharge the price and promise all these things, but in reality, they just want to up their pay, and it sucks for the kids because like you just want to go out and develop and play baseball and do what the best for you, but they just want your money.
Yeah, I feel like part of that's on the parents as well because if the kid doesn't want to play the sport, then he shouldn't be forced to play the sport. And if the kid wants to do his own kind of thing with baseball, I feel like the parents should just let the kid decide what he wants to do. I've been through so many like parents already and coaching little kids, and I've been doing like summer camps. The
Yeah,
parents will literally just say, "Here's a couple bucks. Teach my kid how to throw a baseball." I'm like, "Your kid's 5 years old. He barely knows how to speak his ABCs. You want me to teach? Like,
yeah,
that's your job." I feel like as a parent, it's your job to teach your kid how to introduce your son or daughter or whatever into the game, and then you go from there. Like, I shouldn't have to teach your child baseball. They should want to grow and want to learn the game for yourself, not spend all these dollars on these big time lessons, because I feel like that's
yeah,
also a problem too nowadays. These kids see this D1's guy and they're like, "Oh my gosh, man, my kid wants to he's a future D1 player." And he's like,
yeah,
"If he does this, then he'll be here." It's like, "No. No, not every kid's the same and not every kid's going to go D1." Which
yeah.
we can obviously tell everybody because we're D3, so not every kid's going to go D1, but yeah, let's go through kind of like the social media side. So how did you really get into TikTok?
Okay, so I remember making my first TikTok. It was, when we first got locked down for COVID, everybody's just bored at home and you're just like, I'm just gonna go make a TikTok and make TikToks for my friends. So I just started posting whatever, posted some baseball stuff, just posting some other stuff. And then like I just started posting more throughout the years, just on and off, just doing what I want to do. And then this past summer is when I really got into it. I was like, I gained a decent following. I had like 4,000 because I had one video get a million views. So I got a lot of followers off of that. And then I was watching all these guys get big off of baseball. And I was like, why not me? Why can't I do this? I'm like, I'm only playing for 4 more years, maybe a couple more after that. I only got so much time before I got to hang up the cleats. Why not try to, make the most out of it? So this past summer, I took it seriously. I started posting, trying to post every day, maybe twice a day, and then it just started growing from there. And now I'm in college. I'm starting to take it a lot more seriously at my university. We got a couple guys on the baseball team specifically who is also big in social media. So we're starting this like club thing, and we're all going to talk about it and try to help each other out. And then recently, I just started YouTube up. I want to try to get bigger on there because I believe YouTube's the place to be because TikTok, it's good for small term growth, but it's just like
Mhm.
it's on and off and it's kind of twitchy sometimes. But YouTube's where the big dollars can come in. So I want to get big on there. So that's really how I started. It was just a fun little thing to do while I was bored during COVID. And I started getting noticed and gaining some followers. And I was like, why not? Why not continue this? Why not push this? See what happens. I got nothing to lose personally.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of
Mm.
did this TikTok as a kind of like to help out the YouTube. My TikTok wasn't really kind of just, oh my God, let me download TikTok and start making them. It was kind of like maybe I can grab some people from TikTok and they can subscribe to my YouTube channel. So YouTube's definitely kind of like the main platform that I want to be on. And just TikTok is definitely like a secondary thing for me. But I feel like TikTok is like such a different social media platform than YouTube. Like obviously it's so much more like easier to click the button on the right hand side of your profile pic and follow you than it is for having to click subscribe, because then you have to
Yeah.
click another button, and there's going to be less people that want to do that. So yeah, I just TikTok has kind of changed changed my life a little bit. Do you feel the same? Do you think TikTok has kind of changed your perspective on like what you could be doing for your future, or what like like social media has done for you? Like, what do you feel like TikTok has done?
Personally, I've enjoyed making TikToks. I've met some people that I never think I'd met. I've made connections, and then personally for me, I'm starting to think career-wise what I want to do like after college. And actually, this was brought up yesterday by my dad in my car ride home from college. He was like, "Is this what you want to do? Do you want to like make content for like big teams?" And I've thought about it, and I was like, maybe after college, with all this TikTok stuff, I can maybe get a career field in like an MLB team or for the MLB or for some sports team just to make content. So I believe that is it's changed my perspective of what I want to do because I find enjoyment in making videos for other people to watch and entertain people and inspiring people. So if I can do that for a career a few years after college, I would love to.
Yeah, I definitely this is definitely like one of the passions of mine, like making YouTube videos and creating content and also playing the sport at the same time. So I definitely feel you there. That would definitely be a career choice for me. But do you kind of like since we kind of probably have the same like age range, probably like high schoolish kids like kind of watch us since we're college players. Do you have like any advice to any like a high schooler that's looking to play like at the next level, at the college level? Do you have any advice for them?
Do I have any advice? Keep your head down and grind, and don't let anybody tell you what you have to do and what you not have to do. 'Cause I'm a big believer is you do what you want to do, and like I put my head down and grind. If you look at my freshman swing compared to now, it's so much different.
Mm-hmm.
So and like just don't stop comparing your own journey to someone else's because everyone's journey is different. God gave everyone a different plan for a reason. And like, it's hard with social media. You see all these guys getting big D1 looks and offers, and like it's not coming to you, but your time will come. God's got a right plan for you. So your time will come. Just keep your head down and grind and trust the process.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a big problem. Me, I was, I see all these like 13-year-old kids throwing like
Yep.
damn near 92, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like how do you even do that? Like, I'm
How is
like,
your arm capable of that? That's insane.
how is your arm like moving that far back and like your shoulder not popping out of socket? Like,
Yeah,
it's crazy to see all those people, but. I mean, that's all the questions I got for you, man. I just appreciate you for hopping on this podcast. I mean,
of course.
TikTok has obviously connected us together, and I'm sure that this will not be the last time I'll see you on my podcast. Maybe in the future, when later down the
Maybe.
line, maybe we can make some content in real life, whenever that may be. I have no clue when that will be as of right now,
Yeah.
but hey, man, I just want to say thank you for hopping on the podcast. It was
Thank you for
nice.
inviting me.
Yeah, no problem. It was nice hearing your journey and kind of your side because I've never really done this with another D3 player because I've
Yeah.
always seen like maybe like a professional or a high school kid like
Yeah.
I've never really seen like kind of like that other side of the mirror, like another person who kind of has gone through the same experience as me. So it's really dope to hear that. So thanks for sharing, man.
Of course.
Well, guys, this is Alexander Jackson. He goes by AJ on TikTok. His all his stuff will be in the description, TikTok, YouTube, everything. Go hit that sub button for him. And
Yeah.
this has been Ricky Templeton, Climb the Ladder, and peace out, guys.
Peace out.
Dude, that was great. That was great.
Yeah.